Hello everyone, it's 2 weeks after reading and this is our first episode of chez Stephy. To review quickly and give you a few context, this book, Cang Cheng, is a fiction novel with a story background in Yunnan, consisting of 3 main parts with 3 distinct female characters. The only common point is that to some extent they could be called as the outcome of the past society and reflects the situation and female's perspective at that time. Whereas I didn't actually agree with the opinions of the author for most of the time. Through the narrative she gave out, there were perspectives that I totally reject. For example, let's elaborate. Resign yourself is the key tone the author wants to give out. The first female character was robbed by the bandits and made her as a slave for several decades. How to live, how to take the next step. She said, you just give up to think about any others. Just be obedient and have the food you've got. Even when the bandits raped her, she said she should feel grateful because at least she was still alive. From this, a rape could be a real rape, or the rape could be pressure or the negative rules you are facing with. So does that mean when there is an overbearing rule, we should live without dignity? To be alive or stand on your dignity, what you will choose. The second female character is also worth mentioning. She was a 斋姑娘, fast girl, which means she won't get married in her whole life and should undertake all the babysitting at her home. The fast girl couldn't even talk with an adult man except for he is her father, brother or nephew. No other inappropriate interactions. The reason for this giveaway was after her death, her name could be added to the family tree same as the man, and she would receive a monument to accomplish her efforts. This character she hated when she saw her mom give birth to her brothers and sisters, and her mother died for having babies like her too. Therefore, in this story, she chose to be a fast girl by herself, and regarded this as a great honor. She didn't see any good to be a woman, and she didn't want to suffer as her mother. In an indirect way, she disagreed with her identity, and she believed only men could have the honor. Her twisted perspective killed others when there was a sincere heart appeared, but still she thought that was a very bad thing, and fortunately he died, so there's no criticizing on her. The third female character has some connections with the first one. They're in love with the same man, but he kept in affair with the first character for years. Back to the third character, she was a female horse coach that was quite rare. As a horse coach, her appearance should be like a male horse coach, and the path she wore to deliver was hard and muddy. She loved her husband, although she knew her husband didn't love her, and had another woman. Still, she didn't want to expose the affair. Otherwise, her husband would be caught by the organization, and she would lose him forever. The story described how she admits her husband didn't love her, and she must work laborious for her children and family. Through all these 3 female characters, I saw resign yourself through the whole book. Either resign to the hard external rules, or resign to the empty inside. I couldn't say I certainly have the ability to, or we must do something to change the situation, but at least not resign yourself, but find some alternatives to improve what you're faced with. If you are interested in this book also, please let me know your thoughts through the time you pass this book. That's all for today. Thank you and see you guys next time.